Welcome to ESPN Classics Countdown of Arena Football Greatest Games. I'm Fred Hickman. In his first season as a starter, Arena Football legend Cedric Bonner delivered the first of many great playoff performances to come. But would the Rattlers' inexperienced quarterback have what it takes to pull off a miracle? You're going to have to watch to find out. And following this afternoon's game, don't miss Russell Athletic ESPN Arena Football Monday, live tonight on ESPN2.
It was 5 weeks ago at Knickerbocker Arena, first place Albany and second place Arizona. The Rattlers outplayed the Firebirds throughout, but Coach Danny White's gamble on fourth down did not pay off, giving Albany a chance at the victory. Mike Perez hit Fred Gales for the game winner, and the Birds flew off with a 6-point win. White said he wanted only one team in the playoffs, a rematch with Albany. He got his wish when the Rattlers beat Charlotte, and Mike Perez and Eddie Brown absolutely went crazy in Albany. Perez, Brown wide open! Perez under tremendous pressure to Eddie Brown. Touchdown! Perez, Eddie Brown! Brown's open! His fourth touchdown! Brown a record 5 touchdowns last week. Perez and Brown want one more as the Firebirds meet the Rattlers next on the Deuce. Welcome now to Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York, where tonight it's the semifinals of the Arena Football League Championship with the Arizona Rattlers in town to battle the Albany Firebirds. The winner will meet Orlando in next Friday's championship game on ESPN. That's because last night in Orlando, the Predators wore down Massachusetts. In Orlando, Barry Wagner went crazy. He had 4 touchdowns, 3 through the air, another rushing the football, and Orlando beat Mass 51-42. Now the question is, will it be Albany or Arizona that Orlando will face? Well, the coach of Arizona, Danny White, says the Rattlers will play straight up on Eddie Brown and try and make Albany drive down the field. Danny's goal at the beginning of the season, make the Arena Bowl. He's 1 win away. Albany's coach is Mike Hohensee, first year as the boss, and he led the Firebirds to the American Conference Championship this year. He's really done a wonderful job and one of the bright offensive minds in the game. Albany has won the toss. They have elected to receive. And that means Luis Zendejas will be kicking off. Back deep is Fred Gales, and he will take it about 5 yards deep in the end zone and bring it out left. And here goes Gales down the left sideline. Zendejas punches him out of down. But outstanding field position for Albany to start this game.
Key to this is to get it off of the net properly. Here you see Gales gets a good block up front. It's just real good speed. Looking for a chip, and he's got to be thinking to himself, unbelievable start for a playoff football game.
Well, there's the quarterback, Mike Perez. He is the record breaker, 69 touchdown passes this year, 23 of 35 last week for 6 scores. Eddie Brown is his man in motion going left-right. Perez down the field. He's got Gales to the 10-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down 3.
Perez now looking possibly for the slant. They've had a lot of success with it.
Perez throwing a dart to Hoskins. It's intercepted! And it will be brought back by Calvin Schexnader, who is still on his feet and will score the touchdown. He did not step out of bounds.
Oh, this is crazy for Perez. He's looking for a high percentage pass. ball is there. Then you get the deflection. Good hands on that in the corner. Here's Shakes. Shakes is expected to have an outstanding game. Made a quick transition going from offense to two-way player at Gio, and this is one of the reasons why.
Now one of the most accurate place kickers in the league comes on, and Luis Zendejas. And the one thing that Danny White said, we've got to force some kind of turnovers against this great offense that Albany has shown this year. And they got one right away, and they scored the touchdown. And Zendejas, who never misses an extra point, does. So the Rattlers are stuck on a 6-0 lead, but they've got to 6 early, and they're feeling good about that. 13 minutes to go, first period.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasoline's gonna leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
With football season over, the Pittsburgh Steelers have some time to relax. Kick back, take a breather. All that unwinding sure makes them hungry. Hungry enough for Campbell's Chunky. Hearty meals packed with big chunks of beef, chicken, or sausage. Savory soups and chili to feed an NFL-sized hunger. The kind you get from just lying around. Campbell's Chunky. Meals that fill you up right.
12 state lines, 47 red pickup trucks, and 3 bouncy things. One great place to start counting sheep. Super 8, now with free high-speed internet, free breakfast, and more. Super 8. See you along the way.
Another busy day in big banking.
Something's in my putting line.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I've got a great business plan, and as you can see, my business has really taken off.
I think it's a small business owner. Probably looking for a handout.
Our fourth quarter profits.
Nice shot. Mind if we play through?
Does your bank think small about your small business? Call Capital One instead for no-hassle business loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. Check your mailbox.
Hello, Capital One.
Business plan. What's in your wallet?
A great beginning for the Arizona Rattlers. Now Zendejas will kick it off to Fred Gales again, who brought it back some 35 yards on his first return, all the way inside the 20-yard line of Arizona. But then the pass picked off by Schexnayder. He takes it back for the touchdown, and the Rattlers are in front. And here's Hoskins on the short kick. Hoskins trying to work left, gets past the 16-yard line. We showed you Mike Perez, who is their hero at quarterback, but they have iron men in this game. That means they have to go both at center and nose guard for Mitch Suplee, who's one of the top centers in the game. Caldwell, Volvo join him on the offensive line. Gales, Hoskins, and Smith also will go both ways. Brown and Perez are their 2 offensive specialists, and the 2 defensive guys. Baskerville is one of the best cover men in the game, and Bruce Plummer is a real hitter. Now from the 16. Perez again with motion. Perez under trouble. He underthrows Brown, but he's right there for the catch, and Mike Perez was hit as he threw it.
Well, that's exactly what Arizona wanted. Arizona wanted to be able to get a hit on him, get a hand. And they also said, we will cover Eddie Brown man-to-man. Brown will have to beat us. You see, an inside, that's a soft chuck. You got to think you're going to get inside help on that. Larry Jones is too talented of a defensive back to do that and not expect some help.
And they would have Larry Jones right in his face.
But that didn't look like man technique.
But now on 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, they'll run that football. Rodney Smith, left side, bounced out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And here's a guy, number 88, who says this might be his last Arena Football League game. He's hoping it's next week in the championship.
Yeah, he might hang it up. And he walked out in this introduction. He was going nuts. He was so excited.
Well, the Arizona starters, the guys who will go both ways, Thomas, Ash, Wise in the line, Tillman, Schexnayder are the defensive backs, linebackers, and wide receivers, and Barr, who is a brilliant linebacker. Holt is one of the defensive specialists. Hunky Cooper is the wide receiver for Arizona. And Perez throwing it away. It will be intercepted because it was off the nets. So Mike Perez, knowing that, hey, if you're going to throw that pass, you have to throw it out of bounds. Instead, it went off the nets. And back-to-back interceptions by Mike Perez. And here is a guy who was only picked off 12 times coming into the game to go with his 69 touchdowns. Arizona with a 6-0 lead, 11-12 to play, first quarter.
Every Saturday night at 8, Classic Ringside. Next up, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Blockbuster.
I don't care how good the guy can box. He's going to knock you out.
Classic Ringside, 8 p.m. Saturday on ESPN Classic.
NBA Wednesday on ESPN. The Pistons are on the verge of wrapping up home court in the East, but the Magic are desperate for a win to keep their postseason dreams alive. NBA Wednesday. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Would you like to double, triple, or even quadruple your income and eliminate your credit card debt?
I make $5,000 a month in residual income.
Income is at a 6-figure income. I'll be making over $8,000 a month this month.
Our first month we made over $3,000 right out of the gate.
Thousands of people are getting started by requesting a free DVD that shows them the way to financial freedom. Like Trina, a soccer mom who started her home-based business part-time and with the help of a mentor made $30,000 the first year and $130,000 the next. Or Brandy, who has now become financially secure and is living the American dream.
The free DVD really opened my eyes.
We made over $18,000 last month.
And there's no experience necessary. Our DVD shows how a mentor works with you to assure your success.
Go to 4getmoney.com and get started today and respond now while this is still a free service. Go to 4getmoney.com. That's 4getmoney.com. 4getmoney.com.
There is Cedric Bonner, number 13, a man who has that huge responsibility of playing well tonight. Again, streaky. He has had a habit this year of forcing situations, and Danny White said we cannot afford that tonight.
Here we go. Let's go left flat, wide loop, 50, wide post, X swing. Let's go on one-on-one. Ready?
You couldn't have a better situation now, kids. They have some points out of turnover.
From the 5-yard line after the interception. Bonner has a first down as Schexnayder punishes the defensive back past the 20-yard line out to the 22. And here's a guy who you really like.
Oh, I do. I think Calvin, he really displays some of the talent that is so difficult in arena football, to play the X receiver and to play Jill. He's got to go both ways. There you see real good set, nice throw, good timing, hard to defend. Then this is what he's special. He breaks tackles.
X loop, hits 28 fold on two, ready? On two.
Calvin Schexnayder, he played his college football at Washington State. Out of Fresno, California, went to a fine athletic program at Bullard High School. And everybody moved. I mean, they had the right tackle, the right end moving in Schexnayder, and this will be a 3-yard penalty against the offense.
Fred, get a hold.
76, Albany.
Buddy Ward, our lead referee tonight. And this is really a terrific crew this evening, led by Betty Ward.
Also a lot of tension. You know, the loser of this gets to go play golf for the rest of the year, and it's terrible. This is the worst game in sports to lose, a championship.
From the 25-yard line, they'll run the ball to Barr, and Barr's past the 20, and Craig Barr has the first down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, they run well. Guys up front, moving people. Arizona, Danny White learned a lot a year ago. There he has Thor, Craig Barr, tough-nosed guy. Spending an off-season really trying to get himself in the top physical condition. It has paid off in a big way. But you want to watch that offensive line. See, everybody keeping those shoulders square. You got wide receivers chipping. You get guys falling on the ground. D-backs do not like to be hit on the knees. Yeah, the Rattler wide receivers really earned that one.
I don't think he cares where he gets hit, as long as he gets hit, because he enjoys getting hit. Honky Cooper was motioning again. Bonner will swing it out to Barr, and Barr just does get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard to the 13.
Good pursuit side of Firebirds. That pass was a little late. Those quick check downs, you want to get to them quick.
That play has been very successful this year. 4 times Bonner has thrown to Craig Barr for touchdowns.
Well, it's a good confidence builder, too. Danny White knows exactly what he wants to do. Keep Cedric in the flow of this deal. You don't want any mistakes early. Perez is a veteran quarterback. He'll bounce back off those miscues. You don't want a guy in his first real big game to have to deal with that.
Bonner threw for 3 scores last week in their huge victory over Charlotte, 52-24. He sets and fires, and Tillman with the catch and the touchdown. Well, that quiets the crowd here in Albany. They're not used to being behind, but we must remind our fans that they were down 27-21 at the half.
See that delay, that little delay there, that allowed him to beat past Plummer, and there, that's just sheer 1-2. That's the pit bull. You know, he owns a couple of pit bulls that actually eat dinner with the family, if you can imagine that. Pit bulls have a bad rap. He says they're nice puppies.
I hope they sit at their own table, though.
Drop kick.
Now they're going to go with the drop kick. Drop kick counts 2 points in this game. It is a low one. Zendejas picks it up and misses wide right side. Well, that low snap really threw off his timing with his feet, and that is why it went wide, but still it's 12-0 Rattlers over the Firebirds.
An important free offer for men with balding or thinning hair.
My hair looks better than what it did when I was a teenager.
I really think he looks amazing. I mean, just look at him.
Men, no diet, no exercise program, no new set of clothes can ever improve your confidence, your good looks, and the way women look at you, the way a thick, full head of your own real hair will. And now you can have it in just 4 weeks when you call Hair Club right now. With over 500,000 success stories, Hair Club really will give you back your own head of real hair in just 4 weeks, easily, painlessly, and affordably.
I just can't believe how much better he looks. He looks so handsome now.
Life's about having fun. It's about looking good. I mean, 80% of feeling good is looking good.
Call Hair Club now and get your own head of full, thick hair in just 4 weeks. Look younger, feel more confident, put that old swagger back in your step, and put some zip back in your love life. Call Hair Club now.
I wish I'd done it years ago. I wish I had known this was an option.
The reason the majority of men go bald is because of a sensitivity to the effects of dihydrotestosterone. It speeds up the life cycle of the hair follicles so that instead of hairs growing for 6 or 8 years, the follicles essentially get burned out.
Call now for your confidential appointment. We'll give you a free hair and scalp analysis. We'll explain what kind of hair loss you're experiencing and show you the tested and proven solutions we'll use. Remember, there are many different kinds of hair loss, and Hair Club is the only one who can offer you a customized solution based on your unique type of hair loss and expectations. Get the head of hair you want and women love in just 4 weeks. Change your life forever. Call Hair Club now.
I only wish I hadn't taken so long. That's why I'm telling you, do it now.
Call now for our free DVD and brochure, shipped to you in a discreet plain envelope. Hair Club has the solution you want. Call now.
Call 1-800-326-3380.
It's back.
Oh, look at that!
The legendary American Gladiators, weeknight 7 Eastern, 10 Pacific on ESPN Classic.
Here is Eddie Brown, who's now back deep. Earlier was Fred Gales, and Brown is to the 10-yard line. You know, during the regular season, Mike Hohensee allowed Eddie Brown to just be their offensive specialist. Even though he had returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns during the year, he said, I don't want this guy to have any chance of getting hurt. Well, now we're in the playoffs. He's returning kicks.
Yeah, that's just right. This is it.
Tillman with that 13-yard touchdown only took 240. Marcus Badgett, number 82 in the game, and Perez looking right, and he gets it to Mike Green, and Green's got the first down to the 21. If there is a second best receiver on the team, is it number 27?
Well, I think you have to. I think you have to think so. He had 4 receptions a week ago. This time, once again, the eyes. Always watch the eyes. See, usually what you'll see with Perez is that he'll look you up. This time, trying to get his confidence again. And there you see a nice little catch, nice move in the area there. Gets by 1 tackler and picks up additional yardage. Perez now a very cautious quarterback.
Well, Perez is moving the football, but 2 interceptions have really cost them. They're down 12-0, and now they'll run the football to Mike Fulkerson, and that certainly is not their bread and butter.
No, it's not, but you have to try to do it, especially if you hope to get a little play action in as the game progresses.
A 12-0 lead for Arizona. They were 8-point underdogs coming in. There you saw Larry Jones, who is the defensive specialist whose responsibility tonight is to cover Eddie Brown. And Brown out off to the right side.
Go! Front! 1!
Perez will go underneath to Badgett. He dropped the football and was near a first down. Instead, third down now and 10. Marcus Badgett, who played his college football at Maryland, was released by the Canadian Football League Colts, picked up, and Owens, he said, we got a real gem in Marcus Badgett.
8 zoom, 50 fake, toss, crack, wing, middle screen.
That was so our cameras couldn't, couldn't hear.
Zoom,
Man. He covered
50
it.
fake, toss, crack, wing, middle screen. On one, right? Hustle up, hustle up!
So this is why you run. The fake toss is worthless if you can't establish a run.
Oh, he's going wing middle screen. Is that Badgett? No, it's Eddie Brown. 15. First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Gutsy call. That's when you think you have an offense figured out. And you're thinking, well, I don't know if I like that call. Then it breaks for a big one. They've had such good pressure. The Rattlers have been really good at every series by getting penetration. This time Brown comes. You don't expect Eddie Brown to ever be open. This time he shows you why he's the best in this game.
Go!
And Brown will roll around right left. Perez in trouble now. Tries to throw it to Fulkerson, who can't hold on. I mean, he short-armed that football, feeling the defensive back coming his way.
Yeah, but Badgett kind of hurt him on that one because he brought his defender over to him. Once you see your guy put a hand up, you know, you want to try to see if the ball's coming to him. Get the heck out of the way.
Let's go, guys. They go left wing loop, 50 pig, 8 smash on one, right?
Second down goal from the 6-yard line.
Go! Start! One!
Touchdown, Eddie Brown, his 50th touchdown catch this year. What did Mike Hohensee tell us last night? When Mike Perez is in trouble, he looks for number 17.
Yes, and 17, Eddie Brown finds a way to get open. The great receivers do this. You know, when the play gets disrupted, and the offensive line, I thought, did a real good job. So you're trying to bracket him within the zone. And so you just can't allow a guy to cross your face unless you definitely have help. You can't chuck him at that point, so you're in trouble.
Grillo with the point after touchdown. And again, Arizona has not even slowed down Albany yet. But they still have the lead at 12-7 because of 2 big interceptions. Brown's touchdown right here has brought the Firebirds back.
This ESPN Classic program is brought to you by American Airlines. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Jenkins, do you know where Jenkins sits?
Sir, Jenkins doesn't actually work here.
But he's around all the time. I saw him here this morning.
Yeah, he's our software supplier.
From Chicago. Sir?
Here you go, Mr. Jenkins.
With over 4,000 flights to more than 250 cities worldwide.
See you back here for Thursday's meeting?
I'll be here. Thank you.
You can always be where you need to be.
I was going to give him a raise.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
No, we only give loans to big business.
Good afternoon. My business plan is fantastic.
What's that?
And as you can see, our
Those small business owners.
research indicates this trend will continue well into next year. Now, if you turn your attention to my 10-year forecast.
Does your bank think small about your small business? Call Capital One instead for no-hassle business loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. Check your mailbox.
Hello, Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
This guy did everything in college. I mean, he high jumped 6 feet 7 inches. Great volleyball player. And now, full-time football player. He goes to Tillman. Tillman breaking the tackle all the way to the 10-yard line. And we might have a face mask here.
Yeah, we have a mask on that. Bruce did all he could just to save the tackle. This is what Arizona should be doing. Quick hitting. Let Cedric do what he does best. Get back, plant, and throw.
There is the face mask. Reaching in was Bruce Plummer. who was told by his coach Mike Hoden to tone it down this week because he had a couple of personal fouls last week and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Foul, face mask, 8-yard penalty, half the distance to go, number 20, Albany, first down.
Might they be going back to those quick hitting plays to get Bonner feeling comfortable and confident again?
Let's hope that's what they're discussing right now, because that last series was not good at all.
So wax right, X loop, hit 47, wing lead on one-on-one. Ready?
Real good. High percentage. Get the ball to Thor.
First and goal. And here goes Craig Barr to the 1-yard line. The man who calls himself the mighty Thor has scored 7 touchdowns this year and smelling out number 8. He might get it again.
Well, first of all, they make a commitment to it. They understand what you've got to do in order to run. You've got to secure the edge. You watch it right there. You see you've got Shakes in it. You've got a small guy in there, you know, under 200 pounds by a long way.
In sports, everyone is connected, but can you find the missing link? ESPN Classic's new series that searches through generations of champions, connects the biggest icons in sports, and exposes how the lives of these superstars are linked.
Hi, I'm Colin Coward. We're talking some mind-blowing connections.
Joe Pa and Anna Kournikova, Ty Cobb and Tiger Woods.
One man overcame racism, the other man embraced it.
Missing Link, Wednesdays at 10, only on ESPN Classic.
Would you like to double, triple, or even quadruple your income and eliminate your credit card debt?
I make $5,000 a month in residual income.
Income is at a 6-figure income. I'll be making over $8,000 a month this month.
Our first month, we made over $3,000 right out of the gate.
Thousands of people are getting started by requesting a free DVD that shows them the way to financial freedom. Like Trina, a soccer mom who started her home-based business part-time and with the help of a mentor made $30,000 the first year and $130,000 the next. Or Brandy, who has now become financially secure and is living the American dream.
The free DVD really opened my eyes.
We made over $18,000 last month.
And there's no experience necessary. Our DVD shows how a mentor works with you to assure your success.
Go to 4getmoney.com and get started today and respond now while this is still a free service. Go to 4getmoney.com. That's 4getmoney.com. 4getmoney.com.
There's a lot of folks might be wondering why Danny White didn't go for 2. I think he's trying to get Zendejas more confidence. On the opening return with Gales, Zendejas tried to make a tackle, may have re-injured himself. Missed a drop kick, missed a PAT.
Yeah, you can see that big heavy brace on his left leg. Here is Fred Gales from about 7 yards deep. He breaks outside again. And Zendejas trying to make the tackle. Barr comes from behind to rip down Fred.
Skilled people really getting up big in this game. There you see Eddie Brown, who picked up a couple of chips on that return. And this is what you need. Again, an unselfish team approach. A guy's going after people. Watch Eddie Brown right there. 2 blocks, 2 chips on Doc Wise and also on Richard Holt. Holt is chasing. Their Gales boy hurdling, scratching anything you can to try to get a win.
Perez will run to Smith, and Smith breaks a tackle and skips inside the 5-yard line. Craig Barr had a shot at him, but missed him and went wide.
Yeah, well, see, Thor went to hit the football. I don't think he went to make the tackle. He went to go and try to knock the ball out.
And that's not a bad idea in this game, because you've got to, if you can come up with a turnover, that's the way you win games.
Tackle first. You know, in defense, you teach it. The first guy get there, make the grab. Second guy come in and chip.
Now second and goal. Smith again, right side, touchdown.
Oh boy, that offensive line. Smith better go up and pat those big guys on the butt. Mike Daly's boys were crushing up front. Mitch Supley, watch the line. See that pressure up front, all those black shirts, body on body. There's Supley at the end. Little TKO, little takedown. Hey, offensive lineman never hold.
His 4th touchdown this year. And Rodney Smith, he's such a great story. I mean, he was a defensive lineman in college.
I don't think he's going to retire.
Yeah. He works with the homeless here in Albany, and he absolutely loves his job. Franco Grilla misses the extra point, and Rodney Smith gets pushed in the back by Cret Barr.
Well, they exchanged some words after the score.
It's 19-13. The Rattlers still in front, but only by 6 after this touchdown by Rodney Smith.
Left here. Morning, gentlemen.
So how'd the testing go?
Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk.
Hate engine gunk.
I know you do. While shells stop gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
(1972). 25 years after breaking baseball's color barrier, Jackie Robinson made his last public appearance at the World Series in Cincinnati.
I'm extremely proud and pleased to be here this afternoon, but must admit I'm going to be tremendously more pleased and more proud when I look at that third base coaching line one day and see a black face managing in baseball. Thank you very much.
Every Saturday night at 8, Classic Ringside. Next up, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Blockbuster.
I don't care how good the guy can box. He's going to knock you out.
Classic Ringside, 8 p.m. Saturday on ESPN Classic.
Missing Link, Wednesdays at 10.
Franco Grilla will kick off. He is a very accurate kicker, but does not have a hammer leg, and that's where Arizona was hoping that Hunky Cooper could get some real force down the field. Rodney Smith, after his 4th touchdown of the year, well, Grilla hammers this one high off the nets. This is a great kick, goes out of bounds. So Grilla put one of his best kicks of the year, and it is Arizona's football at their own 5-yard line.
Well, this is what he did last week. You know, it really kept Vegas in a pinch because he kept Thurman out of the game. If you can take away one of those scoring threats, you're going to be in good shape. That 2-play drive, 7 yards. Real quick with Rodney Smith, who has stepped it up the past 3 weeks, played pretty good football. You know, we don't expect to see him run the ball a lot.
Pick 47 fold on one-on-one. Ready? Hustle up now.
Fullback is Tracy Mao. See if they give him room to work with. Yes, Tracy will carry it left side. Nothing there. Beautiful defensive pursuit by the left side, led by big number 44, Mike Fulkerson.
Start getting a little adrenaline. Doug Kay, defensive coordinator, the Firebirds, real high on Fulkerson and what he's been able to give them. You know, at the linebacker spot. Also, sometimes they'll put him down. He plays a couple spots for Albany.
He's out of North Carolina, where he was a linebacker at that school. Fullback actually at North Carolina, excuse me, as he was the big blocking back for Natrone Means.
Well, that's tough. He's 6 feet tall, 245. That hurts.
On 2nd and 10. Bonner flipping it quickly left with the catch, Tillman, and he gives him another first down.
Beautiful throw. They played a zone. He threw right in the sweet spot. He had about a 7-yard area to get that ball in, and he stuck it right in. And so you're playing a lot of different things. Doug Kay is matching things up. You like to see a better hit. This is what happens when you don't get a chuck on the receiver. He's able to choke his motor down, stick it right in. Real good throw on the part of Cedric Barner.
Now from the 23, first down. Danny White saying the key is when he gets in trouble, it's usually because he's forcing it when it isn't there. He'll run it again right side, Tracy Mao, and a good game. As midfield to the 22-yard line. Tracy Mao played his college football at San Diego State. He hurt his knee, and a couple of weeks ago was still not 100%, but he was telling us before the ball game that it feels the best it has felt all year long.
Well, a different football player as opposed to Barr. Barr is real active.
Right, actually, special quick screen left.
Quick screen coming in, but he gives him that bulk
Here we go.
and that power.
Let's go. Wax right, X loop, special quick screen left to Y on one-on-one. Ready? Hustle up, hustle up, hustle up.
Quick screen in the inside receiver to see if Shakespeare gets involved in this.
They throw it to Milton Vaughn, and there's not much there. Boy, they read that one. 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The hammer. Bruce Plummer up in that one in a big way. This play started off bad in the huddle. You know, when you get out and the guys didn't get lined up real quick, they're going to try to get the ball right out into that area. And then, see, it's just not, you can't get an outside block. Humphrey Cooper misses his guy. If you don't get that initial chip, you can forget that play.
So now on 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Cooper goes in motion. He hasn't seen many passes early in this game go his way. And Vaughn can't hold on. That would have been a 1st down at the 15-yard line.
Kind of lucky on that one. Had Bruce had a better break on the ball, he may have been able to take that one the distance. He didn't get a good break on the ball. Here you watch Cedric. He's playing up. See, a little late. Well, he got tipped. Brown got in. Got some pressure on that. That'll hurt any quarterback.
But is that Milton Vaughn's fault because he let the ball come to him rather than reach out there with his hands?
At that point, it's anybody's ball. It's just really who wants it.
Zendejas from 41 yards out. And it is good. And Luis Zendejas, the most accurate kicker in the Arena Football League, hits one home again. It's 22-13. Rattlers with 5:38 to play in the 1st half.
This ESPN Classic program is brought to you by the all-new Mazda CX-9. 7 passengers, the Zoom Zoom way.
Come on, sweetheart. Is that fun?
Mom, what does spoiled mean?
Spoiled? Why, did somebody call you that?
No. Somebody called you that.
It's time you were spoiled too. The all-new Mazda CX-9 crossover SUV. 7 passengers. The Zoom Zoom way.
If you're watching TV without great sound, you're missing half the excitement. But when you connect your TV to the Bose 321 GS DVD home entertainment system, your movies, music, and sports come to life in an exciting home theater experience. Forget about the complications of a conventional 5-speaker system, and you won't need those wires running to the back of your room. With the 321 system, you only see 2 small speakers. The Hideaway Acoustimass module delivers deep, dramatic sound. And the built-in DVD CD player, FM/AM tuner, and universal remote let you easily enjoy sound that John Budrus of the Boston Globe magazine says rivals that of more expensive 5-satellite units. How does the 321 system deliver this kind of performance from just 2 speakers? In the past, to get sound from all directions, you needed 5 speakers. But after many years of researching the science of how people hear, Bose developed an easier way to enjoy home theater. It's called True Space Digital Surround Processing Circuitry. This technology gives you the sense that sound is all around you, and it delivers this spacious sound experience from 2 speakers instead of 5.
If you set this system against somebody with just a regular television set, they would just be blown away by the sound they're getting out of these 2 speakers and the Acoustimass. It's amazing.
Call now to experience this revolutionary breakthrough in your own home. It's simple to set up and connects easily to equipment you already own, like a VCR. And if you love music, ask about the 321 GSX system that lets you store 200 hours of your favorite CDs. Our excitement guarantee gives you 30 days to experience the 321 system in your own home risk-free. When you call, be sure to ask how you can make 12 easy payments with no interest charges from Bose. And if you order today, Bose will ship your system right to your front door free. So why settle for half the experience when the 321 GS and GSX systems give you so much more?
Injury earlier, but he's gone deep twice this year. Maybe you can catch him tomorrow going deep again.
Yeah, boy, Michael's getting tuned up.
I think the pitcher who's going to face him is going to be tuned up a little bit tomorrow as well. Brown takes it off the nets, and then he attacks the middle out to the 13-yard line. And I'm sure Luis Zendejas was so happy that he did not have to throw his damaged body in front
you don't want to see that.
Return man.
One of the reasons why I believe Hohenstein, in that case, is concerned about his special teams because Zendejas is an advantage. And Danny White went for the PAT as opposed to going for 2 just to give him some confidence.
Well, he hit from 40, and that gave the Rattlers a 9-point lead.
Go!
Marcus Badgett in the game. He's in motion.
One.
Oh, Perez was hit as he threw it. He completes it to Mike Green. Green is tackled at the 13-yard line, but another great throw from quarterback Mike Perez.
Well, when you want to grow up to be a quarterback, all you have to do is watch the punishment. And then you'll see why a lot of guys get out of there and start playing wide receiver. You're going to watch it. It's going to happen right in the middle of your screen here. Contact right there. I mean, he's going to get hit, but he follows through. The motion is there. And here's Green, who's really been the most valuable player, with the exception of Brown the past few weeks. And if Brooks saves a tackle, he may have taken that one all the way to the house.
So now from just inside the 14-yard line, 3 receivers right now. Brown will motion left. And they dump it over the middle of Badgett. And Badgett's got the first down and the touchdown.
Boy, Arizona is not tackling worth a hoot. Well, he made up for an earlier drop on that play, Viz. Special teams have been some poor tackling on defense. I guarantee you, Todd Shell will go nuts over this. See, that's 1, 2, that's 3 opportunities to stop him. Can't let a wide receiver run through you like that. That's poor.
And Albany's right back in it, 22-19. They'll try and make it 22-20 with this Franco Grilla extra point. Grilla pushes it through. And the Firebirds are within 2 as Badgett scoring his first touchdown of the night.
Nitro, Zap, Gemini, the American Gladiators ready for battle versus the Challengers fighting for victory.
What a competitor!
2 powerful forces clash in contests of strength and agility.
Oh, look at that!
Only the strongest survives. The legendary American Gladiators. Weeknights 7 Eastern, 10 Pacific, and weekend mornings at 9 on ESPN Classic.
It was my worst nightmare. I was away on business and my wife called. Someone had broken into our house. We got lucky. They just wanted our things. What if the guy had still been there? Oh, I've never felt so helpless. I called ADT the very next day.
Don't take chances, take control. ADT can help protect your home and loved ones from harm. And now save more than $250 on ADT's family package. ADT's trained professionals help watch out for your home 24/7. And in case of an emergency, you can talk to ADT on the spot. And only ADT has a network of interconnected monitoring centers, helping provide protection from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. ADT protection costs as little as $1 a day, and you could save up to 20% on your homeowner's insurance. Plus special discounts for AARP members. And only ADT gives you the peace of mind of a theft protection guarantee.
Protecting my family is the best investment I ever made.
ADT, always there.
Arizona leads by 2. Their defense is known to be one of the best in the Arena Football League, but you were commenting, Doc, saying poor tackling in that last touchdown.
It really was. Mike Green had a play where he got up here. You see Badgett lined up here in your screen. And what happens is that these guys are so aggressive. Here you got a middle screen. Ball goes in right there. He makes the grab. Now watch Badgett at this point. Watch how many guys get to him. See, there's one. There's Doc Wise gets the hit. Vaughn has his head down. You got guys in there. I mean, these guys aren't going after it as if the Arena Bowl is on the line. And you got to get in there and you got to lock up on defense.
Marcus Badgett has 6 touchdowns in the year, his first in the playoffs, and now Grilla comes on to hammer it away again. Play drive only took 1:09, 2 plays. Arizona said we have to stop big plays, and they have not yet. But they still lead by 2, and here comes Cooper. Wow. At the 1-yard line.
That's just physically intimidating. What you're witnessing right now is Albany just stepping things up. I mean, you just don't expect to see a defensive back Here, Poston comes down. He's going to get into the face of a lineman and just crush the guy. Arizona has an opportunity now to go in at half. They need to be up. It's very, very important. They cannot get into a scoring duel against the Firebirds and have a chance to win. They will not win if the game continues at this pace.
Cooper's in the slot. Vaughn is wide left. They throw it to Hunky, off his hands and incomplete. And that pass thrown well behind Hunky, who is their top receiver with 53 catches and 14 touchdowns coming in. But one thing that has surprised me tonight is we haven't seen much of Calvin Schexnayder for Cedric Bonner.
Got to get him involved in the offense. But this is the beauty about big games and pressure. It affects men in different ways.
Go. Right flip. One-on-one. Ready, go.
2nd and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Darryl Rogers with a big catch out to the 9. They still need an additional 2 for the first. Now they'll get a good mark at the 10. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. And now Bonner and Danny White, they might even run the football.
Well, he made up with it with his arm, but he was still late on the throw. And see, the difference in this is we get a real good shot at it now. You see, Bonner will get back, and he's kind of jogging back. Like, see him get, see, now throw. See, the ball's supposed to be off. Well, he drills it, but it's late. Makes up for it strictly by his arm. The guy's got a heck of an arm.
Now it's 3rd and 1. Will they hand off to Tracy Mao? Tracy's right up at the line of scrimmage. They're blocking. Bonner flips it to Vaughn for the first down at the 15.
That was a big throw. Boy, he's slinging now. This is the team you want to be a receiver with. Look at the
spread it out.
Oh, yeah, everybody gets into it. You know, Tillman with 61, Cooper, Shank, Vaughn, and Rogers. When you can be at the bottom and have 30 catches, I mean, you're doing well. And that means everybody runs their routes hard because you're thinking the ball may come to you.
Looping it to Rogers. It's incomplete at the 20-yard line as Hunky Cooper was running downfield and looked to be open, but defensive pressure was right in his face.
Best pressure you can get in this game is right up to the Hunky Cooper. Obviously a little frustrated right now. The league's most valuable player a year ago and has all the records with the Rattlers, but not prominent in this game. Phil Poirier just crushed Thomas up the middle. They were putting real good pressure, and that's exactly why they were able to disrupt that play.
Yeah, he had 91 catches last year. He was a quarterback at UNLV, and he put on a show in the playoffs last year with 23 passes caught in 2 playoff games. 1 minute to play in the first half. Rattlers by 2. Doc Wise. And Doc Wise rumbling to the 25-yard line. His real name is D'Artagnan, but everybody else calls him Doc.
Name. I like that. D'Artagnan has some pretty big plays on the defensive side. Here he gets in, tight end screens. You got to be patient on that. And there you watch Thomas gets out, then you get a block downfield. You get Rogers chipping in on it. In this league, there's no sideline. 270-pound Doc Wise rumbling downfield.
Yeah, he, like Hunky Cooper, played at UNLV, and Doc Wise was running Rebels defensive most valuable player.
That's a fan. That's a fan.
D and fence. They need it now on 3rd and 3. Bonner's throwing it in the end zone. No call again. Cooper and Baskerville were pushing each other as the ball was in the air.
That was a good no call. Bonner got hit on the ribs on that. You have to go back to Mike Fulkerson once again. Great pressure. Poirier. Here's Cooper. Now at this point, Baskerville gets the eyes on the ball. See, before he didn't. He got a little tug there. Got a little tug, but they're going for the football. Got a very difficult for Cliff. See up there, there's the hit. There's the Rydell right under the rib cage. Yeah, Mike Fulkerson with that one. Big hit.
43-yard field goal attempt. They're going to run it. Milton Vaughn and he's got to first down. Well, Danny White was a gambler when he quarterbacked the Dallas Cowboys, and he pulls one out of the hat to get a big first down with 43.6 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, that I'm surprised that they're able to pull it off. They are close to double digits in onside kicks. I mean, Danny White has some gadgets, and I'm surprised that we haven't seen more, and I guarantee you we'll see more in the second half.
And he's one of those guys, if you ask him why he did it, he'd just say, it worked.
Yeah. That's all you can say.
He was the coach of the year last year when he led his team to a 7-5 record. They lost in the semifinals to the Detroit Drive in a sensational game. To the end zone, Vaughn, tipped away by Plummer, but a flag is thrown.
I want to see this one. This had to be that inside hand that we can't see from this angle.
First down, Arizona.
Oh, this is rough. Again, Cedric under pressure, kind of hangs it up. Let's see if we can watch it. See, he's going in the pocket. So this had to happen about 5 yards prior to the ball being in a position for you to catch it. Here you can see the pump. Usually what happens on a pump is that if you get a guy in a position, he may go to grab at you.
Yeah, it looked right about the 5-yard line was where that one push began.
He finished it well.
A critical area. From the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Rodgers at the bottom of your screen. Bonner all kinds of time, flips it, and Cooper can't hold on.
Boy, Baskerville, these guys are competing. I mean, they're going toe-to-toe. No, I like this kind of football. And the D-back in this league is definitely at a disadvantage because they're coming at you, and there's only so many things you can do in terms of blitzing and staying within the box as a field linebacker. You know, all these rules, it really makes it tough for you when you're out on that island playing man-to-man.
Well, coming up at halftime, we'll be taking a look at our arena scene, which features the Orlando Predators and how they won in yesterday's game over Massachusetts, and going inside the locker rooms of both these ball clubs live. Craig Barr to the 5, touchdown.
They practice it, they believe in it, they ran well last year, and when you can get your offensive lineman sold on the idea of chipping after people, Richard Ash got out front, I mean, untouched.
Yeah, that's a
very
great
difficult
call.
to do. Yes, indeed.
Because I think everybody in the building's thinking pass, and Danny White runs, and Craig Barr's got his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Well, sometimes you can catch a defensive line in a slant, but the good offensive linemen bypass that odd guy and work up to the next level, and that's exactly what they did.
And Zendejas' extra point is good, and the Rattlers are in front 29-20. But remember, the Rattlers led 22-10 at the half against these same Albany Firebirds and lost the game.
And once again, we want to watch on this edge. See, I like to see the edge taken away. And what happens is that Richard Ash, who's right out up front, he's going to come in and get the key block. There's good vision on the part of Barr. He picked up the slant, and you walk in untouched.
The mighty Thor now has 13 touchdowns on the year, 9 rushing, 4 through the air.
Well,
Went to Idaho State.
Oh, great guy, but talks a lot about Mac Newton. Here we look at that scoring drive, which was really the pass interference, really helped it on that. 49 yards on it. He went the distance, but had a penalty involved in it. Bottom line to it is that this kid really dedicated himself in the offseason, and credits Mac Newton, who worked with Jay Novacek. You know, Novacek was having some injuries with the Cardinals, all-pro now with the Dallas Cowboys. We know with Bo Jackson with the hip replacement, and he really credits him with his success.
Craig Barr has been one of the best Ironmen in the league this year, both fullback. I mean, you talk about 13 touchdowns offensively, and defensively. His coach Danny White feels that he's one of the top hitters in the league.
He's a battering ram. I mean, his tackling slipped a little bit earlier, but he has really come on strong.
He would have been a good Viking.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could see him on a boat with Eric the Red. Well, Fred Gales has had some excellent returns and brings this one out to the 14-yard line with 25.5 seconds remaining with his Albany offense, which averages 53 a game. You are always in danger of seeing them come up with a big play.
I know that Pete Catella and Chad White with the Rattlers are going to be real concerned about their special team coverages. They have not been good at all.
They've got Carlos Brooks in the game now, and Milton Vaughn will have to pick up the man at the bottom of the screen, Mike Green, so they'll have single coverage here. Perez scrambling, flag down, Green with the catch, Green to the 10. Oh, he is down to the 7-yard line.
Just a great effort by Green. Barr appears to be offsides. Probably got within the neutral zone. But this guy, Green, he has definitely been a welcome surprise, and it's got to scare Todd Shell.
Second neutral zone, number 35 is
And Doc, was he the initial receiver? Was he the first option for Perez?
I don't think so. I think Eddie Brown is probably the primary receiver on every play. But Barr had the penalty, rushed in, and what Perez does, and why I think he's the best quarterback in the league this season, because he makes those adjustments.
And Green with that whirly bird for an additional 3 yards, now runs off to the right side. Gales in the slot. Motion man is Eddie Brown. Perez to Fred Gales, 5-yard line. That's it. And the timeout comes with exactly 12 seconds remaining in the first half. And they got an offense, don't they?
Oh, they do. And this looks like the way the Rattlers played last week, where they just flew to the ball. They were throwing their bodies around. They seem a little tight on defense. These guys are just going to have to get in and settle down, but they're going against the best offense. When you look at what the Predators have, which is, again, in another class by themselves, but from just a pure offensive standpoint, Albany can really hurt you in a number of different ways.
Well, Danny White said his keys to victory. He wanted Cedric to make the reads. Larry Jones manned the defense and pressure on Perez. He was a great quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and he grew up in the state of Arizona, growing up in Mesa. He chose his defensive coordinator this year as the old San Francisco 49er linebacker Todd Shell, who was talking to Darryl Rogers, his linebacker.
Yeah, you know, he can't afford to get really been out of shape this early, because he understands what they're going up against, but yet from a technique standpoint, I guarantee you he's upset. He wore a Super Bowl ring tonight, so he wants to put the message out, guys. You got to go out and get one.
Second and goal from the 5. 12 seconds to play, first half.
1, 2.
Perez, too much time. Intercepted! Oh, my goodness!
Well, Holt's back from the dead on that. I've been wondering what happened to Richard Holt. He'd been missing a few tackles and not playing up to his normal standard. And here we'll watch again. I'm really keen about the eyes with Perez. Here he's looking right. So it gives you, he tries to get the defense, especially in the back corner, to rotate, but they don't. He got sucked in because he saw Green in the back. He had 2 receivers there, Gales and Green. Should have gone back to Green, tried to get out to Gales. And that's just a decision that an experienced quarterback should never make in that situation.
If we have to, we can use one.
You never want to do anything to take the ball out of your own hands.
Well, you think a lot of guys would be just trying to run the ball, go to the locker room with a 9-point lead. But I think Danny White feels like, hey, we've got a situation. We give some more points.
I think we can get it off.
Yeah, he goes, we got one more shot.
Yeah, well, you know, Danny White, the last time they were here, Knickerbocker Arena, he just walked away and said it was the worst loss of his entire career.
And he was telling us everybody in Arizona was talking about everybody else. But here's his quote: worst loss ever felt about a loss in my entire career in the game of football since his days with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, he said it was his fault, yeah. And that's the thing about it, which a good coach does in some cases, but it always boils down to coach, quarterback, offense, defense, everybody, whole 9 yards. But he made a decision on a 4th down play. It really was a gamble, and he lost.
Here we go. Listen up now. Let's go right trips. Special quick spin left to wide. All right? On one. Ready?
got it to Milton Vaughn.
Go, Milton, come back. Time out.
And I think Bonner wanted him to get out of bounds. Instead, he is run down.
Yeah,
and the Rattlers will run to the locker room with a 29-20 lead.
Get Zendejas back on the field. I mean, give your guy a chance to take a shot at the field goal.
But still, the Rattlers defense doing a job by getting 3 big turnovers, and all by a quarterback who never turns the ball over. He's thrown for 69 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, 3 picked off tonight. That's why the Rattlers lead by 9.
The best way to experience NASCAR is at the track. Now experience even more with a revolutionary device exclusively from Nextel, the NASCAR Nextel FanView. It's the only handheld device that lets you watch live video of the race, including up to 7 in-car views. Listen in on drivers and their teams, get audio replays on demand, and real-time race stats. Own the best seat in the house. Purchase your own FanView today online or by phone. Get closer to NASCAR. Nextel, only from Sprint.
Can you really get a $150,000 mortgage for $450 a month? Now you can, with the new Secure Advantage loan, exclusively from Quicken Loans. Nothing cuts your payment like Secure Advantage, the loan that gives you the advantage of choosing an incredibly low payment month after month.
Quicken Loans is allowing us to do a lot of different things we weren't able to do before.
We saved about $4,000 a year.
Quicken Loans is fast, friendly, and we saved a lot of money.
With the Secure Advantage loan, you could cut your payment by over 50%. Take a look. The traditional payment on a $150,000 mortgage at 7% interest is $1,000. But with the new Secure Advantage mortgage only from Quicken Loans, you can select a payment of just $450 a month. That's a difference of $6,600 a year. Isn't that worth a few minutes on the phone?
Make that call.
Whether you're buying or refinancing, Secure Advantage can be a great tool to lower your payment and increase your cash flow by thousands a year. That means you'll have more cash on hand to save, remodel your home, pay off credit cards, or whatever you need. Call toll-free now while rates are still low and ask how Quicken Loans can help you lower your payment by over 50%.
We saved really hundreds of dollars a month. And that means a lot, especially when you have kids away at school.
You want to get more for your money, and that's what I got.
No matter what your loan amount, Secure Advantage can make a huge difference in your payment. Whether your mortgage is $200,000, $300,000, even $500,000, your payment can be lower than you ever imagined. Call now to see how Secure Advantage could cut your payment by over 50%, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing. Quicken Loans makes it fast and easy. You can get approved over the phone and close right in your home. If a $150,000 mortgage for only $450 a month sounds good to you, if you'd like to increase your cash flow by thousands of dollars a year, call now and ask about the new Secure Advantage loan. Quicken Loans, America's home loan experts.
Albany won their first playoff game ever in their history last week. But Arizona also claimed the triumph over Charlotte. They did the same thing last year, beating Charlotte. But in the semifinal rounds against a team called the Detroit Drive, they lost. And this was the final play. 6 seconds to go, and with a lead of 4. Tony Burst goes left side and scores the touchdown. And the Drive escape with an important win and win it 38-34. Danny White said our goal this year from the very get-go was not just simply to make the playoffs, but to get to the Arena Bowl. He has a 9-point lead now with 11 minutes to go, but Mike Perez with the most potent offense in the game with the football at the 5-yard line. And I think somebody was offsides that time, Doc.
Yeah, you better hope so. And you better hope that I think Doc Wise or Ash gets in, Richard Ash, that you don't get another flag on that. You know, as they always say, if you're going to do it full speed.
And I think that's Todd Shell, exactly.
First down.
It's just not often you get a free shot on a quarterback.
Eric Hoskins comes to the right side. That was Arizona's first penalty in the game. Gale's in motion. Top of your screen, Eddie Brown. And Perez is hit as he throws. It's incomplete.
Well, Richard Ash made up for it. Is A. Dave Caldwell alive?
Mike Perez, how hard did he get hit? He had defensive ends coming from both sides. Let's listen in to this replay. I'm putting some Absorbing Jr. on up here.
Well, that's, you know, 2 in a row.
Second down. And 7 yards to go. Perez downfield. Hoskins catch made. Flag is down. If it's against the defense, it'll be a first down for Albany. It is against the defense.
Big break for the Birds. Starting to get the feeling that sooner or later, you know, as time becomes a bigger issue.
Outside rush, number 35, Arizona, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Second one on Barr. Thor is so hyper, you got to play within the frameworks of the defense to Mac Backer, but that ONC and Perez must maintain their composure, and they cannot press. And you start hitting your quarterback a couple of times, you have a couple of bad plays, and it can result in it. Now here Thor really hurt his club in that.
And one of the reasons they score so many points in the Arena Football League is that the defense is really limited. They cannot have an outside rush. That linebacker opposite the side of the tight end cannot rush. So it's only 4 guys can rush. And Barr will be rushing here. Perez with all kinds of time. Flips it to Hoskins. Nice catch at the 23.
Well, I think Shanksner got a piece of that ball. That was really good move for Eric Hoskins to just keep his eye on the ball and suck it in. Boy, not a good series at all so far for the Firebirds. They do not look real poised, but sometimes it just helps to get results. Now keep your eye in the middle. Number 8, Shanksner right there, gets a hand on it. Probably could have gone after that ball and caught it had he realized he was that close to it. Hoskins, great tip drill reaction.
Go! So now on first down from the 23 of Arizona. Perez to Eddie Brown. Too far. Good coverage from Carlos Brooks, who had the inside position.
You won't see it done any better than that, and especially when you think in lieu of Larry Jones, who is out for the rest of the game with back pains. Carlos Brooks has got to step it up, and he's got to get the job done. One advantage that Eddie has is that he's in motion constantly. Here on the zoom, nice little move, but see, Brooks doesn't fall for it. He maintains inside position, and that ball would have been tough to stick in. Yeah, there's a fan taking a tough shot, but Brown's tough on officials. He's tough on fans. This guy
He's trying to be tough on Arizona as the Rattlers defensively face an Albany 2nd and 10. Play action. Perez is driven to the ground by Craig Barr.
Well, he got called for a couple of penalties, but he will give you some strong results. This is one thing that makes him so good as you watch him right there. And what happens is that they get those big linemen in front of people. They actually shield the Firebirds off. They couldn't slide. Firebirds like to slide protection and pick up the Mac Backer. That time they didn't have a shot at it. Mike Daly's really good at getting his guys sold on the idea of team blocking. That time, Rattlers beat him to the punch.
Third down, 16.
Go!
Carlos Brooks will pick up Eddie Brown. Perez has to go downfield. Has his man near a first down at the 15-yard line. Fred Gales. So a decision time here.
Oh, you got to go.
2 for the first down. And listen to the crowd.
Got to keep the pressure on.
Okay. Let's go right. H freeze. Fullback dive right.
Did Perez, was he reading his mind? It sounded like an acapella. H freeze.
Freeze. Fullback dive right on 3, right?
Yeah.
Hustle up.
Go to Smith, run behind Volvo. You got to run behind your big fella. Mark Volvo's been doing good.
Arizona's been tough on the run all year long. They give it to Smith. He busts for the first down.
Well, they picked up the slant real well. They had the freeze protection. They were hoping to get him to jump off. That didn't work. The Rattlers had a slant on. Big guys up front. Suplee, Volvo, and Caldwell that time really earned their stripes. I like Rodney Smith.
30 double slant, wing sail on 1, right?
And at Towson State, where he was a defensive lineman, and quite a good one. But make playing fullback and linebacker here in the Arena Football League as an Iron Man. Hoskins broken up beautifully by Richard Holmes, but a flag is down back at the 18-yard line.
I knew we'd hear more of Richard as the day went on.
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul to the passer, number 99, Arizona, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Corey Brannon. Well, Richard almost had that. I mean, that was close to another INT.
So they've got us first and goal from the 6-yard line. Perez throwing it away. Wise move as Brannon was in his face once again. You know, Perez has had more of a difficult time finding Eddie Brown against Arizona than against any team this year. Brown averages 4 touchdown catches per game. They held him to 1 the first time, but Arizona tells us that Eddie was not completely healthy with a bad ankle.
Well, there you see the matchup. We saw Hornsey, now you see Todd Shell, who's doing a great job. I mean, they're bending a little bit. They've yet to break, and this guy deserves a lot of credit with one of his best cover guys out of the game for the second half.
Inside 5 minutes to play, third quarter, second and goal. Rodney Smith in the draw. Darryl Rogers wraps him up, but not before Smith pulled him forward for a couple of yards.
And you can watch some guys in pregame and get a tell that they're just ready. This kid was really excited. Maybe it will be his last football game, maybe not, but he's playing as if he wants to end his career out in Orlando. This league, 6 rushes, 14 yards and a score, but he's been blocking well, been playing good defense.
Go!
On third down and goal. Perez in the end zone, too tall for Brown, and intercepted by Darryl Rogers.
You believe this?
4 times Mike Perez has been intercepted in this game. Can you believe it? The Rattlers holding on to a 9-point lead with 3:51 remaining in the third quarter.
Left here. Morning, gentlemen. So how'd the testing go? Well, low-quality discount gasolines can leave behind engine gunk. Hate engine gunk. I know you do. Well, shells stop gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best.
Still won't turn right, huh?
Not gonna happen.
Arizona by 9. They've got the football back after their 4th turnover. To the kicker, the Nets are their best friend, but to a quarterback, it's their enemy.
Well, definitely is. And Perez's defense, he's had 3 of them now. Hit a bar or be tipped. That time Brown tries to sky. It comes off the net. And there's Rogers. He goes over the dashboard. Rogers makes the reception off the net. And the Rats have the football.
Hey, has number 25, Darryl Rogers, come out of the game yet?
No, I don't think so.
He's played Jill linebacker with that interception.
And
he's also been the slot man. They're going deep for Milton Vaughn. Broken up beautifully by Bruce Plummer. We're seeing good coverage tonight.
That was. That was nice work. Bruce talking about he knew a lot of his guys would be watching, Kim and all the fellas he used to play ball with, and there he shows you. I like the way he works that inside arm, too. We don't have a chance to get a look at it, but I guarantee you he's tugging a little bit. That's what those veterans can do. The good ones get away with it. And all you got to do is just throw a receiver off stride, just a hair, and you disrupt his vision.
10. Let's go on 1-on-1. Ready? Same thing, Matt.
Cooper is motioning. They get it to Hunky, and Hunky spins outside left and has the first down to the 17-yard line. You know, we were watching the film of their victory over Charlotte, and they went a lot to the slot man, and we haven't seen that much tonight.
Well, that's their bread and butter play. It just makes you wonder why they don't come out and just do that until you take it away from them, and then go up top.
That was Hunky Cooper's first reception of the game, and a guy that valuable, and he is always in the slot, just about.
Well, if they can be up and not have him in the game, their chances of victory increase dramatically.
Tracy Mao bangs his way to the 20-yard line. I think they got to call fullbacks in Arizona grunts, because they just hammered in. There are no moves. They look for the hole, and they grunt in there, and they just twist their way for an additional yard.
It's like Orlando's fullbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, same character, man. These guys are relentless.
Right, X-back, 50X option on 101. Ready? Hustle, 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 Tom.
25-second clock winding down. He wants to get the play off a little quickly. Bonner 13 of 25 on the night. Again, Cooper first down to the 16-yard line. And now Bonner 14 for 26 and over 170 yards, but still only one touchdown. He has not been intercepted, and that's what Danny White was talking about. Please, said, no mistakes.
Well, we're at the point now where Doug Kay, and here you see Danny just trying to be comforting, and if you notice, he's talking to him now every single series, every play. Doug Kay on the other side got to get a turnover.
25 on 101. Ready?
Left trips, slant 25. They're going to go back to that inside. Nope, they're going to go to Mao. And he's got a yard, and that's all. Yeah,
I still don't get over the deal with the earring, though. It's still a part. I know maybe I'm showing my age. But
yes,
you know, wearing the earring while you're in the battle, that I just, I don't function well with that one. I mean, it's not anything about his manhood. We know the guy is a Spartan, but it's just like there's a place, time and place for everything. I don't think in the battle, in the gridiron, there's a place for jewelry.
Well, I just want you to know that Director of Operations Gene Nudo bought you some earrings for post-game celebration.
I'm an announcer. I can wear stockings.
Well, they go to the tight end, and he has a short gain. So when we come back at the end of 3, Arizona will have a 3rd down and 8 situation. It's the Rattlers 29, the Firebirds 20.
Tonight on ESPN Classic. At 8, a heavyweight title bout between Muhammad Ali and Zora Foley. At 10, Who's Number 1 counts down the best MLB teams. And at 11, it's PRCA bull riding. It's all tonight on ESPN Classic.
How's my time?
NASCAR Busch Series at Texas. Telecast presented by Star Motorcycles. Saturday on ESPN2.
Scalpel. Sponge. I'm picking De La Hoya.
Doctor, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's Mayweather!
It's De La Hoya!
Roger that, I'm picking Mayweather.
It's De La Hoya!
The world is talking.
Crowd's getting their money's worth in Vegas.
De La Hoya Mayweather. The world awaits. Who are you picking?
Mayweather, absolutely.
De La Hoya, definitely.
Don't miss it. Live on Dish Network pay-per-view.
Homeowners, want to refinance and get cash? Countrywide has a great reason to do it now. A no-cost refi. It has no points, no application fee, no credit reporting fee, and no third-party fees, no title, escrow, or appraisal fees. Absolutely no closing costs, so you'll wind up with a lot more cash. Call now and ask for a no-cost refi. We're America's #1 home loan lender, and no one can do what Countrywide can. Call 1-800-641-7136.
Arizona upset Albany, who was picked to win this game by 8. We've got 15 minutes to find out. Bonner back on 3rd and 8, flips it. Incomplete, flag down. And it's in the offensive backfield, holding against the Rattlers.
Falkerson once again. he's really been the only guy to get real consistent pressure, you know, for the Birds.
Holding, number 69, Arizona, declined, 4th down.
44 Falkinson, once again, just takes the ass. He beats him right off the ball. That's just good defense.
I think we've seen better cornerback play tonight than we've seen all year long. No scoring in the third quarter. Unbelievable when Albany is playing. They only have 20 points. They average 53. So Zendejas comes on for a 29-yard field goal attempt. And it is good. The Rattlers lead by 12, but they led by 12 at the half against Albany. And here's the onside kick. It was recovered first by Arizona, but they couldn't pick it up. And now Albany has it with excellent field position. It was right in the numbers of Calvin Schexnayder.
Now, we talked about it. This may have been the very first time all season long that they have failed.
Look at Danny.
He's laughing because he has so much confidence in it because they've been so good at it. It looks like, yeah, Richard Holt has the ball in his hands. It bounces out. Shanks gets a hat on it. Tillman's there. Bottom line is that you blow a good opportunity. But that's where you got to be. When you take a gamble, he is a gambler. That guy will not let a situation pass where he doesn't take a shot at you.
Give him a riverboat in the Mississippi, they'll make a lot of money. Perez back to throw. Eddie Brown wide open. How does that happen?
I guarantee that Carlos Brooks is somewhere in the area of being dead wrong. Isn't it amazing how often this happens? I mean, look at the games that we've done.
But he was open by 15 yards.
He's been open by that distance before, games that we've done. It's incredible. Again, Todd Hill, pretty complicated defensive sets. It looks like everybody up front has a man-on-man. I got to say it's Brooks. They just didn't get it by the reaction. Yeah, you just don't expect anybody with his numbers to be that open. And Todd Hill, I guarantee you, broke a blood vessel on that one.
Brilla, his point after touchdown is good. It was the fourth quarter where Albany beat Arizona in their last game, 15-3, outscoring them in the fourth period. Brown's done it one more time. Here we go, 13:20 to go, and Arizona with a 5-point lead, and they'll be receiving. And the crowd here at the Knickerbocker Arena, everybody on their feet, more than 13,000 tonight.
Rough, boy, when you get on the road, you start gambling and things don't work. All of a sudden you wake up a giant who really, they had an awful offensive series that Firebirds did on their prior offensive series, and now we'll see what happens defensively.
Cooper through the nets. Arizona must start from their own 5-yard line. And a fight breaks out right there at the 5. Schexnayder and Fred Gales. And that's a good no call because both parties were guilty. Penalty ain't helping either one.
And it was no cheap shot. I mean, guys are, you know, as long as I look a guy in his eyes, go face to face.
It took one play, and Eddie Brown scores his 55th touchdown this year. His second of the game. 115 times he's caught passes this year.
Low numbers for Eddie Brown so far. Now we'll see what Cedric and company can do. They get back to that quick, rhythmic passing game.
Come on.
And Bonner calls timeout, and I'm not sure if the communication right now is really sharp with the crowd as loud as they are.
That's why I love pressure, man.
Timeout on the field. 12 minutes, 59 seconds to play. Rattlers still have a 5-point lead, but the momentum clearly has shifted to Albany.
Now you guys look like you're totally gelling.
Oh, we're not just gelling. We're gelling.
if you understand what we're telling.
Jellin'. Did you get it, Ellen? I do, Helen. Jellin' is something very compelling.
Are you jellin'? We put 2 kinds of gel into Dr. Scholl's new and improved massaging gel insoles. Outrageous comfort, guaranteed.
We're jellin'.
You're not.
You're not. Are you jellin'? Dr. Scholl's.
A short time ago, this woman was limited by her mobility. A month ago, this man wasn't even able to get around his house. These are people who chose freedom over restrictions, independence over limitations. They chose mobility. They chose the scooter store. And this is a team of mobility experts that made it all happen.
Great news. You've been approved for payment.
Dr. Cruz, I'm calling on behalf of Marie Stanford.
And they can make it happen for you. If you're living with limited mobility, call the scooter store today. I promise no other company will work harder to make you mobile or do more to guarantee your total satisfaction.
I expected they'd help me file some paperwork with Medicare and my insurance. I never expected them to be so nice or to work so hard to get me a power chair at no cost to me.
Call today and let the scooter store work for you. If we pre-qualify you for a new scooter or power chair and Medicare denies your claim, the scooter store allows you to keep your scooter or power chair at no cost. That's the scooter store guarantee.
You don't qualify for Medicare? No problem. We'll work with your insurance company, even help with financing. If there's a way, we'll find it.
When they delivered Mom's power chair, I expected they'd show her how to use it once or twice. That man stayed for hours. You can just tell they care.
Whatever it takes, as long as it takes, that's our guarantee.
Why do we go to such great lengths? Because making you mobile is our mission. We'll work with your doctor, we'll work with Medicare and your private insurance. We'll even service your scooter anywhere in the country. So call the scooter store today.
Find out what great lengths the scooter store will go to for you.
Improve your mobility and your life. Call 1-800-587-4614 for your free, no obligation information from the scooter store. Call to find out if you pre-qualify for a brand new power chair or scooter. That number again is 1-800-587-4614. 1-800-587-4614.
Steve Visiak, Doc Walker back at Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York. The semifinals of the Arena Football League Championship. Just inside 13 to go. And Arizona with a first down and 10 situation at their own 5. Bonner downfield to Sexnader, but the pressure came from inside Jerome Brown.
Big play for the D-line. We talked a little bit about the Firebirds and their need to really get one of their down linemen to get involved in the pass rush. Up at this point, Falkerson's really the only guy, 44, to hit applied pressure. This time Brown, who gets a clean run, we still count him, but now at least we know why it happened. Not bad numbers, Biz.
Just barely 50%.
No interception is really the highlight for Cedric Bonner.
When Mike Perez, the best quarterback in the league, has 4 picks tonight. Cooper could not hold on. It'll be 3rd and 10.
That's not a pass you locked in. You remember when we talked about getting back to their really quick step back and bam, passing? If you have to do it once, that's what they do best. And when you get into crunch time and you're on the road with a young quarterback, get back to the basics, get in his level of comfort zone and execute.
Right at track 54 hook.
I think Bonner decided to play himself.
Let's go. Get the first down. Right. X back. 54 hook on one-on-one. Ready?
Get back to the hook. We'll see.
Again, the timing was bad.
Well, Hunky went on a hook and go, and Cedric's throwing the curl. And we heard hook. Boy, if you improvise like that in championship situations, you get your team in a world of trouble. Hunky goes back and talks to him.
Well, this crowd really being a factor, rallying behind their Firebirds, because that entire series they have been standing and they have been absolutely roaring. So maybe the wide receiver who was the intended man, Hunky
that's Cooper right there.
Just didn't hear the signals well.
He may have, we heard it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he heard it. But he tried to make a play. You don't improvise when you're in enemy territory.
Look at this. Intercepted. Eddie Brown. He has not played defense all year long.
You got a flag
but
down.
Eddie Brown with the critical interception.
Yeah. They're going from bad to worse. This is what happens when you take momentum away from a club.
I believe Cedric Bonner may have been past the line of scrimmage when he threw the pass. I mean, the flag is down at the 9-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 5.
Decline. First down.
Well, that riverboat gambler is taking his chances. And right now, he's hoping for the ace of spades, and it's coming up a 2 of clubs.
Well, sometimes the best parts about football are the simplistic parts of it, just fundamentals. This time, you know, that's taken so long. And I tell you what, Richard Ash, I think they wanted to have him out as a primary receiver, and it just didn't happen. Caldwell
See
did a
that sign?
great
We're
job.
going to Disney World. Albany still doesn't have the lead yet. Down 32-27. Perez, wide open Brown.
It's just so hard to explain. How the best receiver in the league could be wide open. I wouldn't mind a tough challenge. This is ridiculous. Again, a lot of it has to do with the motion. He's going full speed. Here we watch. Here's Brooks, who's in a world of trouble. Now we're starting to really figure out the value, you know, and the loss of Larry Jones. Very difficult. See, Brooks just does not have a chance. And there we go. Todd Shield continues to go with the man-to-man coverage, and I just don't think he can afford to do it.
And they're going for the 2-point play because they want the field goal lead.
Go! 1.
Perez looking to Eddie. And it's knocked down by Carlos Brooks, so Albany has their first lead of the game. They have trailed the entire night, and with 9:06 to play, it's the Firebirds finally in front, 33-32 over Arizona.
Every Saturday night at 8, Classic Ringside. Studio host Brian Kenny, Bert Sugar, and boxing experts reveal the real story behind the greatest fights.
Down goes Frazier!
And fighters of all time.
We are going to do this one more time.
Next up, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton blockbuster.
I don't care how good the guy can box. He's going to knock you out.
Classic Ringside, 8 p.m. Saturday on ESPN Classic.
If you're watching TV without great sound, you're missing half the excitement. But when you connect your TV to the Bose 321 GS DVD home entertainment system, your movies, music, and sports come to life in an exciting home theater experience. Forget about the complications of a conventional 5-speaker system, and you won't need those wires running to the back of your room. With the 321 system, you only see 2 small speakers. The Hideaway Acoustimass module delivers deep, dramatic sound. And the built-in DVD CD player, FM/AM tuner, and universal remote let you easily enjoy sound that John Budrus of the Boston Globe magazine says rivals that of more expensive 5-satellite units. How does the 321 system deliver this kind of performance from just 2 speakers? In the past, to get sound from all directions, you needed 5 speakers, but after many years of researching the science of how people hear, Bose developed an easier way to enjoy home theater. It's called True Space Digital Surround Processing Circuitry. This technology gives you the sense that sound is all around you, and it delivers this spacious sound experience from 2 speakers instead of 5.
If you set this system against somebody with just a regular television set, they would just be blown away by the sound they're getting out of these 2 speakers and the Acoustimass. It's amazing.
Call now to experience this revolutionary breakthrough in your own home. It's simple to set up and connects easily to equipment you already own, like a VCR. And if you love music, ask about the 321 GSX system that lets you store 200 hours of your favorite CDs. Our excitement guarantee gives you 30 days to experience the 321 system in your own home risk-free. When you call, be sure to ask how you can make 12 easy payments with no interest charges from Bose. And if you order today, Bose will ship your system right to your front door free. So why settle for half the experience when the 321 GS and GSX systems give you so much more?
They come in all shapes and sizes here in Albany, Firebird fans. And here is the play.
We really want to explain the fact that Larry Jones is out the second half. Lower back injury puts a lot of pressure on Carlos Brooks, as you see here, who just flat cannot cover Eddie Brown one-on-one. And that's no disgrace, because I don't think anybody else can either. 5 receptions, close to 100 yards, 3 TD. This is a Barry Wagner type performance.
Wagner was unbelievable yesterday in the Predators win. He scored 4 times. Brown has 3 touchdowns tonight, bringing his season total to 56 on the year. And Grilla gets it in the air. And Hunky Cooper has a chance for a good return. But Bruce Plummer's there to meet him. First and 10, 11-yard line. Darryl Rogers with the catch, a gain of 5, but a flag comes down.
See, that's Rattler football. That's when they're in their element.
And Darryl Rogers, who has always been a guy to catch every pass this year when it's thrown his way. Interesting decision here.
Illegal formation, number 80 on the defense. Defense lined up 2 wide.
2 wide.
Now decision, because do you take the 3 yards and have another first down, or do you take the 5 yards and have second down? Take the 3.
Yeah.
We've got 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in this ball game. Albany with a 1-point lead, 33-32. And it'll be first down and 7. Danny White, you can see, with a long conversation with Cedric Bonner.
And on the opposite side, Doug Kay having a similar conversation with Plummer.
Milton Vaughn, look at this! Touchdown!
That's Rattler football. Why get away from it? Do what you do best. That is it. 3-step drop, set up and throw. Well, this is smart. Real nice delay. I mean, the hammer just gets beaten up on that one. And he turns on the Jets, and there's no stopping him. 37-yard score. Just like that, this crowd is back to a mumble.
So now with a 5-point lead, I would imagine they're going to go for 2 points.
Oh, yeah.
Try and push it to 7.
Listen up now. Let's go. Special formation right. Option right. Wing lead. Let's go on 1-on-1. Ready? Check. F loop. F loop. F loop. F loop. F loop. Go, go, go.
Tracy Mao is the running back. He's going motion. They pitch it to Vaughn, and he will score the 2 points. They're running the Boomer Sooner option now. And Danny White pulls another one out of his hat.
He's done it again. Another special play. Big guys up front. Tracy Mao.
And Milton Vaughn for the Arizona 7-point lead.
Your mind. It takes everything in and sorts it all out. You need to keep it vital. Introducing a new supplement, Bayer Nutritional Science Vital and Sharp Mind, uniting science and nutrition to help support memory, mental sharpness, and healthy brain function with a unique formula of ginkgo and omega-3. What will your vital mind achieve? Find out more at BayerNutritionalScience.com, uniting science and nutrition for your vitality.
Well, Albany had a 1-point lead that didn't last very long as Cedric Bonner went to Milton Vaughn for the touchdown.
Yeah, Milton Vaughn scored the touchdown. The next play, he exchanged positions. See, here's There he is at the tailback spot, and Tracy Mauer starts out at the wide receiver. He goes in motion, and this allows them to come out and run the option. What you get is you get a 250-pound guy right there at the point of attack. He gets the block, and you get the ball in the hands of a guy who's nifty, knows what to do with it. The results, successful football play. Smart, too. Danny White staying up all night figuring this stuff out. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. That one did.
Well, he rolled some snake eyes tonight, but right now he's rolling success. And the gambler for the Rattlers is coming through right now with a 7-point lead. Zendejas kicking off. Eddie Brown 7 yards deep. And out of bounds, but a very good return near the 15-yard line. There's a guy, Eddie Brown, who was a star in college at Louisiana Tech. Caught 76 passes 2 years ago. Then went with the Phoenix Cardinals, was in their camp, and a late cut. And Eddie Brown came to the Arena Football League when Mike Hohensee had been watching him for a long, long time and invited him to come and had Mike Perez join him, and they have been the best, the 2 best offensive players in the Arena Football League this year. Almost intercepted. He was trying to hit Mike Green, who was deep, and Brown was short. Instead, Perez is lucky to come up with just an incompletion after being intercepted 4 times tonight, a new playoff record.
But 1 tip, 2 off the nets, 1 really bad throw, and in my opinion, that was a poor decision. You don't panic. I mean, you got time. Over 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, the Arena Football League record for most INTs in 1 game is 5, set by Tom Porras of Albany last year against Detroit, and also Jay Gruden and Duke Tobin tied that mark earlier this year, and Orlando's lost to Tampa Bay. Mao had it in his hands, couldn't hold on. Flag is down.
Once again, whenever you see a linebacker that wide on the receiver, chances are he is outside of the box.
Illegal defense, number 44, Arizona, linebacker out of the box, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Once again, the Jill backer, you have an imaginary line that goes about like this, if you will. He cannot get outside of a 5-yard period, 5-yard area rather, and if he does that, he is wrong. There he is wrong when he steps outside of that area. See, we don't see that. We've seen it twice now in 1 game. And boy, that's tough as a linebacker, man. Your instincts are telling you to get out there and cover a guy.
Now on 2nd and 10. Mike Green, a diving attempt. It is incomplete.
He had him to us the best look he's had so far.
170 Storm and tell Eddie if this guy tries to hit him, get outside and you take 5 and hit it on the line.
My fault. Here we go. Bunch left. Bunch left. Wing loop. 70 Storm. If he tries to hit you, just take off right now. Outside. You want to go. Right. On one, right? 50. On 1.
I love it when a quarterback comes in and says, my fault.
Well, the cornerback who must cover Eddie Brown will be Carlos Brooks, so let's see where he plays that defensive position. Marcus Badgett makes the catch, first down. He'll make it inside the 10. He escapes to the 8-yard line.
Eddie Brown with a crushing block on the play. One of the benefits of Eddie, even if you don't get the ball to Brown, he allows other receivers to get open. Then he comes back. And again, we talk a lot about great players in this league, and Barry Wagner's name comes up more so than anyone else's. But this young man has stepped himself up now and done some of the little things that the great ones do. Here you see Badgett on the reception. He goes up, coming right in your screen there. I mean, that's a collision, major collision right there. And you get in the guy's face, you disrupt things. Super unselfish player.
From just inside the 8-yard line, 1st and goal, Perez going to Brown. Broken up beautifully by Carlos Brooks.
Give Brooksy a pat on the back, because he got one. You can take a smack like he took, then come right back. I thought it was wise. Go right to it, DB, and there he plays in. gets his hands up.
And he's
Very
the
good
guy
recovery.
who had to fill in for Maurice Smith, who was one of their best defensive
right.
specialists.
Now Larry Jones, who is out. So Todd Shell's playing with a slow deck, and he's still going.
Go! 4 interceptions for Perez. But a touchdown can die this game. Brown. Oh, he almost pulled it in off his shoulder pad as it hung up high. With the Rattlers leading 40-33, we will now see a 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
See, I look to see Mike Green get involved in this scheme. I'd probably want to single out Mike Green, who's come up with some pretty big plays today. Here we watch offensive line against scrapping. I mean, things are rough down now. There's Green underneath. They were trying to got the ball up on his shoulder. See, we've seen Eddie make those catches. Maybe fatigue starts to set in.
Perez dumps it to Badgett. Badgett just will get to the 5-yard line. 4th down with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left.
It was a good call. He actually lost his footing.
.220 and counting. And they will go for it. 3 points doesn't mean much.
8 smash on 1, right?
You think that they could possibly get another shot at it, but I'd want to get it now.
Go!
Brown in motion. Touchdown, Mike Green!
Got a flag, Fizz.
The flag is at the 10-yard line. It is against the offense. We're coming back. Boy, Perez, he just hung in there and hung in there until the last second.
That's what it takes.
Holding, number 76, Albany, 8 yards, replay, 4th down.
Mitch Supley. Yeah, it was Supley's first game. Keep your focus on the middle, right in the middle. 76 Supley, and you watch him right there. You got to take down. You get to take down against Richard Ashe.
Where they're going to take out number 65 Matt Eller and bring in Ross Centers at the nose tackle position, and Mike Hohensee now faces a 4th and goal from the 13-yard line. Intercepted for a record 5th time tonight. Cedric Tillman. A minute 25 to go.
Pitbull. Boy, these guys are laying it out.
Now, at the 1 minute mark, it will go back to traditional football where the clock stops all the time. But let's take a look at that interception again by Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, but see the Rattlers, that's good pressure. Pressure forced this play, and they did it in layers. So you got guys stretching their hands out, leaping and jumping and scratching and clawing, and you just got to give the defense a heck of a lot of credit.
A guy who's been so efficient this year, Mike Perez, just averaging 1 interception a game, has 5 tonight.
Yeah.
And it came in his biggest game. Reminds me of a game UCLA and USC last year when Rob Johnson, who had thrown, 5 interceptions the whole year, throws like 3, and the one to lose the game in UCLA winds up going to the Rose Bowl.
Well, you're going up against one of the great college football teams of all time. I mean, a great university, and those things happen.
I am talking to an old Bruin. 1 minute warning. Again, the clock stops, just like the traditional game. And for the offense, Arizona, they must make positive yardage.
I think a point also in Mike's defense is that, you know, as a quarterback on 4th down, you never want to take the sack. So you're going to do some things that you might not ordinarily do. Give him some credit for putting it out there.
Bonner gets it to Cooper, and he's down at the 7-yard line. So instead of running, they're passing.
Are you surprised?
Now with Danny White calling the plays.
This is the best thing they do.
He's one of those guys who has 19 in a game of 21, and he says, hit me.
Right.
He gets it too.
Well, He'll have to roll sevens next week. He goes up against the Predators and their
Every
defense.
time.
Yes, indeed.
Because that is the best defense.
Their
we've seen this
defensive
year.
line, I mean, it seems like there's 15 of them. They rotate those players very well.
Mike Owens, he still has 54 seconds to work with. And you might remember that Orlando-Tampa game we saw earlier this year. You and I saw 6 seconds left. Tampa Bay has the football and looks to win easily. And Jay Gruden, for some reason, fumbled it away and almost lost it. But Tampa Bay claimed the football and the victory on the game's final play. There's your timeout situation. Each team with 2 remaining. And Mike Perez hopes he has one more chance. Again, they must make positive yardage. There's a night for Perez after a record-setting 369 yards last week. Barr will get the positive yardage and more to the 20-yard line. First down. That will just about do it because they will call the timeout after the movement of the chains.
It just helps your offense so much, no matter what level you're on, is when you can get a hard yard, when you can run the football.
They have 1 timeout remaining. 4 plays for Arizona, and you can't stop the clock after 1. We've got a timeout on the field. Cedric Bonner and Danny White and the Arizona Rattlers leading 40-33 over Albany.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning. So how'd the testing go? Well, low-quality discount gasoline's gonna leave behind engine gunk. Hate engine gunk. I know you do. Well, Shell stopped gunky buildup to help engines perform at their best. Still won't turn right, huh? Not gonna happen.
Of all the numbers you encounter along your journey to wherever you're going, you'll find there's one number you can always count on for a great night's rest. Super 8, now with free high-speed internet, free breakfast, and more. Super 8, see you along the way.
Another busy day in big banking. Something's in my putting line.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I've got a great business plan, and as you can see, my business has really taken off.
I think it's a small business owner. Probably looking for a handout.
Our fourth quarter profits.
Nice shot. Mind if we play through?
Does your bank think small about your small business? Call Capital One instead for no-hassle business loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. Check your mailbox.
Hello, Capital One.
Business plan. What's in your wallet?
Nitro, Zap, Gemini, the American Gladiators, ready for battle, versus the Challengers, fighting for victory.
What a competitor!
2 powerful forces clash in contests of strength and agility.
Oh, look at that!
Only the strongest survives. The legendary American Gladiators. Weeknights 7 Eastern, 10 Pacific, and weekend mornings at 9 on ESPN Classic.
Danny White is 49 seconds away from the goal he set at the beginning of the year. Make the Arena Bowl. He said our first year we just want to make the playoffs. Year 2 was last year. He said I want to win a game, but this year we wanted to win the Arena Bowl and get to the Arena Bowl and have a chance at winning. 40-33. Eddie Brown has had a monster night with 3 touchdown passes, 2 in the fourth quarter where they took the lead, and he is our player of the game. Here is Hunky Cooper, positive yardage to the 49, and the clock stops with 45 seconds remaining, and all arms on the defense will be going for that football and trying to strip it away.
It's amazing the value of turnovers. Here, Hunky Cooper, last year's league MVP, probably only touched the ball 2 or 3 times, and yet they're going to win this.
And you know, Doc, what's amazing, as we'll talk about the Arena Football League, and Mike Perez appears that he will not be heading to Disney World.
Doesn't do you any good to be better if you can't prove it.
Doc, raise your hand.
They give it to Craig Barr. Flags everywhere, and 44.1 seconds remain. That was a second down run.
I think we had 2 hands go up to designate the tight end.
Arizona, 3 yards.
Instead of it now being second down and 4, it'll be second down and 7.
We're going to have some matchups next week that will be awful interesting. A lot will definitely rely on whether or not Larry Jones gets back.
Go left, power 33. On 1-on-1. Ready?
Looks like Rats.
Apparently the clock is wrong. It shows 46 seconds, and I believe it should be 44.1.
The Birds may get another shot.
Yes, Monday.
Now they've got it at 45.3, but when they approached the line of scrimmage before, it was 44.1. Well, they got an extra second. Barr will not make positive yardage. He tries to lean forward and looks down the line of scrimmage.
We might get another look at Mr. Perez and Brown.
Hey.
You know what Danny's thinking? They had a big victory, what, 2 weeks ago? Final play of the game, Las Vegas.
Last year they lost in the semifinals to the Detroit Drive with 6 seconds left.
That's right. Wouldn't that be enough if a few people decided to beat the traffic to hear that they made it?
Never. In this game, never.
No, you don't.
You can score 2 touchdowns so quickly. It is 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Mike Hohensee, does he have a chance? We'll find out. With his Albany Firebirds trailing by 7 with 42.5 seconds to go.
Faster than a Porsche Boxster and a BMW X5. The Pontiac GXP Performance Series, designed for action.
Now get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs with the Perfect Push-Up. The Perfect Push-Up works with the natural rotation of your arms and shoulders to maximize results and minimize stress on your body. With the Perfect Push-Up, your hands, arms, and shoulders rotate 90 degrees, just like in a punch. All the energy of a push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it, to the muscles. There's no wasted effort, just muscle-building movement. And as your arms rotate, you feel it work in your biceps, your triceps, your chest and abs, and your shoulders. Invented by a U.S. Navy SEAL and made with steel and a ball-bearing movement, it's the push-up perfected. So here's the deal. The Perfect Push-Up is only 2 payments of $19.95. When you order, you'll receive 2 Perfect Push-Up rotational handles, and you'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired Perfect Push-Up workout chart. You'll be ripped in no time. Get big fast. Call right now for the Perfect Push-Up.
The Firebird believes they still have a chance. Arizona will run the football. A Hunky Cooper, positive yardage. It will be 4th down.
Zentejas get a chance to.
Well, you know what? I think you got to run the ball again.
Well, let's see. Is it going to stop?
The clock will stop at 4 seconds, you know, when they let the 25-second clock run out. So there'll be 4 seconds left. Here it's a 4th down. All they have to do is run the ball, and there's no way Albany can stop it and have a chance unless Arizona does not get positive yardage.
Well, that could very well happen. It's happened once. Play clock going down now to 3 seconds.
Oh, it's going to stop at 2.8.
Yeah.
So we were off 1.2.
Because that's not like you. You're usually perfect.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Danny White taking time out. He's got everybody around him. We got to thank Craig, who does the stats for the Arena Football League, for what a wonderful job he has done all year long, and Kathy Long, their secretary. There's the snap. Bonner back to throw. He's just going to scramble and go down, and this game is over. Arizona with a huge upset over Mike Hohensee's Albany Firebirds, 40-33, and Danny White with a shake of the hand of Todd Shell as defensive coordinator. And I tell you what, I know they went in underdogs. You and me, pretty surprised.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they went out. I mean, you forced turnovers. They did it. They were opportunistic. They played really good defense. Todd Shell deserves a heck of a lot of credit, their defensive coordinator. Carlos Brooks stepped in, had some rough moments, filling in for Larry Jones, but he got the job done.
Well, there's the final score, 40-33 over the Albany Firebirds. A special thanks also to Gene Nudo and Kim Clements, Director of Operations, Director of Marketing in the Arena Football League, and Danny White. He got his dream, his goal at the beginning of the season to get to the Arena Bowl, and they will be there next week to take on the Orlando Predators. Eddie Brown scores 3 touchdowns to bring his total in the year to 56, and Mike Perez 4 touchdown passes, 73 for the year. Both record breakers, but both their season is over. Final score tonight, the Arizona Rattlers 40, the Albany Firebirds 33, and Arizona will move on to the Arena Football League Championship game. And for Doc Walker, I'm Steve Fizziak. Good night, everyone.
I think it puts their bid in jeopardy because you look at Baylor. Baylor is not a good basketball team, only 3-12 in the conference. And if you look at Oklahoma State, they're now 6-9 in the conference with 1 game to go. They do have 20 wins, but if you look at them, they've had a free fall since the beginning of the season. And right now, I think the biggest thing about them, if you recall this loss and the way that they played lately, I don't think that they are a tournament team.
Any committee member that looks at the last 10 games and puts a lot of importance on that is not going to like what they see from Stillwater. But they are going to like what they see from out west, where USC and Washington State both ranked in the top 25. It is late here. Less than a minute to go. Gabe Pruitt steals and scores. Washington State up 1. USC down 2 after a couple free throws. Nick Young gets called for an offensive foul. That's his 5th. Tim Floyd knows his guy is gone. USC has 1 more shot. Lodrick Stewart for 3. Oh, we're going to overtime. Trojans down 2. Overtime is winding down. Lodrick Stewart. Another 3. No, but he gets fouled. Hits 2 of 3. So we're going to overtime. Again, this would be the 2nd OT. Washington State, Derek Lowe. 88-86. A thrilling game as the Cougars get a win. How about the Quacks? Oregon and Oregon State. Marty Lunin with a nice drive, ducks up 40-26. Second half, it's Bryce Taylor with a nice layup, and the lead is 15. Aaron Brooks again, stopping, wait, no, come back, okay, I'll do it, and then basically it's an assist to himself.
It was a great move, nice jump stop, didn't see anybody, decided to attack the basket, missed the layup, right back there for the foul.
Tawan Porter loves that 3 ball, ties a Pac-10 freshman record for 3-pointers in a season, but number 0, Agent 0, Aaron Brooks had 18 points, and the fans love it. He's one of the seniors leaving that Oregon program. Arizona took down Stanford for their 20th win of the season. They needed overtime to do so. And Arizona State holding on to a low-scoring 1-point win, only the 8th win of the season for ASU. When we come back, we'll check in on the big game in the Big East. It is Pitt and Marquette going on as we speak. We'll also